Welcome to Primeval Predators. Today, we explore the legendary survival instincts of the most fearless creature in nature, the honey badger. In the unforgiving heart of the African savanna, survival demands absolute ruthlessness and an unbreakable spirit from every single living creature here. Meet our fierce protagonist, a seasoned honey badger mother who patrols her arid territory with unmatched confidence and fiercely protective heart. Deep inside a dusty burrow rests her most precious treasure, a tiny, vulnerable cub completely dependent on her legendary courage. The savanna is never truly peaceful, and danger constantly lurks in the tall golden grass, waiting for the perfect striking moment. A sleek, opportunistic serval silently stalks through the dry brush, its large ears swiveling to catch the faintest sounds of prey. The feline predator locks its intense gaze onto the exposed badger burrow, sensing an easy meal hidden just beneath the earth. Slowly and deliberately, the serval creeps closer to the entrance, muscles coiled tight like a spring, ready to launch an ambush. But the honey badger mother possesses an uncanny awareness, instantly detecting the stealthy intruder threatening the fragile life of her cub. Erupting from the underground darkness like a furious artillery shell, the matriarch charges forward, completely ignoring the massive size difference today. A spectacular explosion of dust and fury fills the air as the fearless mother slams directly into the startled, retreating feline. The serval attempts a desperate counterattack, sinking its sharp teeth into the thick, loose skin around the aggressive honey badger neck. Most animals would instantly perish from this lethal grip, but the honey badger possesses a truly extraordinary evolutionary defense mechanism inside. Her incredibly thick, rubbery skin is remarkably loose, allowing her to physically rotate her entire body around completely within it now. In a blinding flash of motion, she twists around fully, sinking her powerful jaws directly into the highly shocked feline face. Terrified by this unnatural and vicious counterattack, the serval desperately disengages, scrambling frantically away into the safety of the dense bush. The triumphant matriarch stands tall and defiant at the burrow entrance, sending a clear message that her baby remains completely untouchable. With the immediate threat neutralized, she gently checks on her trembling cub, offering reassuring nudges before venturing out to find nourishment. Hunting in this harsh environment requires constant vigilance and an insatiable appetite, driving the mother to aggressively scavenge across the landscape. Suddenly, a terrifying hiss slices through the dry air as a massive cobra rears up, spreading its iconic and deadly hood. This highly venomous serpent possesses enough neurotoxin in a single bite to easily kill a grown human or large African elephant. Yet the fearless honey badger does not retreat a single inch, viewing this incredibly dangerous reptile merely as a highly nutritious meal. A mesmerizing dance of death begins, with the fast cobra striking repeatedly while the agile badger masterfully dodges every venomous attack. The mother utilizes her thick fur and loose skin as natural armor, fearlessly absorbing glancing blows that would instantly doom others. In a sudden, calculated lunge, she violently grabs the heavy snake right behind its head, crushing its skull with powerful jaws. However, during the chaotic struggle, the desperate cobra managed to inject a substantial dose of lethal neurotoxin directly into her face. Ignoring the deadly venom currently coursing through her veins, she stubbornly begins to consume the freshly killed snake with savage efficiency. But the powerful neurotoxins finally begin to take their heavy toll, causing her sturdy legs to wobble uncontrollably under her weight. Her vision blurs and her movements become painfully sluggish as the intense poison overwhelms her resilient nervous system in the heat. Slowly, the invincible matriarch collapses onto the dusty ground, slipping into a deep, scary coma right beside her half-eaten prey. For several agonizing hours, she lies completely motionless beneath the brutal African sun, appearing to have finally met her tragic end. The tiny cub, sensing the prolonged absence of its mother, cautiously emerges from the dark burrow, crying out softly into the wilderness. These helpless squeaks act like a dinner bell for hungry scavengers, quickly attracting the unwanted attention of a roaming jackal pack. Two sly jackals trot confidently toward the seemingly lifeless badger, eagerly anticipating a completely effortless feast of both mother and cub. They cautiously circle the comatose matriarch, testing her reflexes with tentative nips, absolutely convinced that the legendary warrior is finally dead. The terrified cub whimpers loudly, desperately nudging the limp body of its mother, pleading for the fierce protector to awaken now. Suddenly, an absolute biological miracle occurs right before our eyes. a testament to the legendary evolutionary survival traits of this badger. Her incredibly robust metabolism has somehow neutralized the lethal neurotoxins, and a subtle twitch in her paw signals a dramatic resurrection. Fueled by the desperate cries of her baby, she violently snaps awake, her eyes burning with an unimaginable, fiery maternal fury. The startled jackals freeze in absolute terror as the supposedly dead creature abruptly rises, releasing a blood-curdling growl immediately now. Without a single second of hesitation, she launches herself into the air, transforming into a terrifying whirlwind of sharp claws today. She viciously bites the nearest jackal on its sensitive leg, causing the cowardly scavenger to yelp loudly in intense, unexpected agony. The second jackal attempts to flank her, but she aggressively spins around, snapping her powerful jaws and driving the predator backward. Recognizing that this demonic creature is entirely too dangerous to fight, the humiliated scavengers turn their tails and flee away fast. The exhausted but victorious mother gently nudges her crying cub back into the safe underground burrow, proving her love is invincible. After recovering her strength, she realizes the brutal dry season demands they find a reliable water source to ensure continued survival. Leading her cub through the treacherous brush, they finally arrive at a shrinking, muddy waterhole teeming with desperate and dangerous wildlife. This vital oasis is a massive powder keg of tension, where natural enemies are forced into incredibly close and uncomfortable proximity. As the badgers approach the muddy edge to drink, a massive male leopard steps out from the dense shadows of trees. The magnificent spotted cat glowers at the tiny badgers, clearly annoyed by their bold presence at his preferred, exclusive daily spot. Simultaneously, the murky water violently churns as a colossal African rock python slowly slithers onto the muddy bank, seeking a meal. The tension instantly skyrockets as three of the most formidable African predators find themselves locked in an incredibly dangerous, highly unpredictable standoff. The leopard completely ignores the massive snake, focusing its lethal predatory instincts entirely on the famously aggressive and tasty honey badger. The matriarch immediately shields her cub, puffing up her coarse fur and releasing a foul odor to aggressively deter the feline. The leopard lunges forward with lightning speed, attempting to crush the badger's skull with one powerful swipe of its clawed paw. But the badger ducks gracefully, and the heavy leopard paw accidentally strikes the thick, muscular coils of the highly agitated python. Infuriated by this unprovoked assault, the gigantic serpent retaliates instantly, violently striking out and sinking its teeth into the leopard's shoulder. Absolute chaos erupts on the muddy bank as the roaring leopard and the hissing python become entangled in a brutal, deadly struggle. The leopard furiously slashes at the thick scaly armor, while the massive snake desperately attempts to wrap its crushing coils around him. Recognizing this incredible stroke of sheer luck, the highly intelligent badger matriarch decides this massive fight is completely unnecessary for survival. She grabs her precious cub gently by the scruff of its neck, expertly navigating away from the incredibly violent, splashing deathmatch. The roaring and hissing fade into the background as the clever mother successfully slips away into the protective cover of dense bushes. She has once again brilliantly outsmarted death, proving that true survival requires not just immense physical strength, but also tactical intelligence. Far away from the bloody waterhole, the mother and cub finally find a quiet, isolated puddle to peacefully quench their burning thirst. The setting African sun casts a magnificent golden glow over their dusty bodies, highlighting the incredibly tough, unyielding spirit of this species. From surviving a deadly neurotoxic coma to aggressively fighting off massive predators, the honey badger matriarch represents nature's ultimate, unstoppable warrior queen. Her tiny cub watches her every move with deep admiration, quietly learning the harsh but necessary lessons of survival in this wilderness. One day, this small baby will grow up to inherit her legendary ferocity, continuing the proud, fearless legacy of the honey badger. The savanna will always remain a brutal, unforgiving battlefield, but creatures like these ensure the delicate balance of life is perfectly maintained. We have witnessed unparalleled courage today, a powerful reminder that size means absolutely nothing when matched against a truly fearless maternal heart. The dark night slowly falls over the vast African plains, bringing new hidden dangers and fresh, exciting challenges for the next sunrise. But tucked safely away deep underground, the fierce matriarch and her baby rest peacefully, completely ready to face whatever tomorrow may bring. Their incredible journey stands as a magnificent testament to the enduring, wild spirit that passionately beats within the heart of untamed Africa. Thank you for joining us on this breathtaking adventure into the incredibly wild and dangerous lives of nature's most fiercely resilient warriors. Until our next thrilling journey, stay wild and keep exploring. You have been watching Primeval Predators, your ultimate guide to untamed nature.